Saturday mornings at my quiet ranch always started the same lovely, peaceful way. I grabbed my fishing rod, whistled for Buster, and headed toward the private lake that belonged to my own family for many decades. I reached the wooden dock, cast my line into the calm water, and settled into a folding chair while Buster watched the shore. About 30 minutes later, someone walked quickly toward me along the edge. Margaret Gable stopped nearby and insisted that fishing was strictly forbidden because the HOA considered the lake a shared feature. I politely explained that the entire lake was located inside my boundary. Margaret showed me a colorful brochure that pictured the lake beside the subdivision. I walked back to my cabin and returned with the original property survey, which clearly marked the entire shoreline. Instead of reviewing my survey, Margaret stepped aside and made a quick phone call. A short time later, a sheriff deputy drove slowly toward the ranch entrance while I continued fishing from my wooden dock. The deputy greeted us professionally and asked what had happened. Margaret explained her belief that I was on HOA land. I handed him my ranch survey and invited him to verify the official legal lines himself. The deputy carefully compared my survey with the digital parcel map on his tablet. The boundary lines matched perfectly, showing that the lake and dock were located entirely within my private ranch land. To remove all remaining doubt, the deputy suggested walking around the shoreline together. We followed marked survey stakes, each matching the official map. The entire shoreline remained inside my ranch. After checking several markers, the deputy explained that recorded property lines placed the lake within my land. He reminded everyone that official records are the best way to resolve boundary questions. With property lines confirmed, the deputy thanked us for cooperating and encouraged everyone to rely on official surveys. After he left, I returned to my dock and enjoyed the quiet afternoon with Buster. The next morning, I received a friendly call from the county survey office offering to replace weathered boundary markers around the lake. Since accurate markers help everyone, I gladly welcomed the update. The survey crew carefully measured the shoreline using professional GPS tools before installing new permanent boundary markers. Every reading matched the original survey, leaving no uncertainty at all. The lead surveyor handed me an updated, certified boundary map, which I placed inside a waterproof case in my cabin. Later that afternoon, several neighbors stopped by after noticing all the new markers. I happily explained the survey process and showed them the updated maps. As the evening sun reflected across the water, I returned to my spot on the dock with Buster, grateful for clear public records. A few days later, the county parks office asked to photograph the lake as an example of private waterfront property. I agreed, and they spent the morning documenting our clean shoreline and private dock. The officials admired the healthy fish habitat and suggested installing a small, informational sign identifying the lake as private property. I thought it was very practical and designed one that afternoon. The next morning, I installed the sign near the dock entrance. It politely explained that the lake was privately owned and encouraged anyone with questions to contact our ranch office before entering. As another peaceful evening settled over the ranch, I cast one final line into the calm lake while Buster rested beside me. I truly appreciated that clear records and good communication resolved everything. The following weekend, a county wildlife biologist visited to conduct a fish population survey. I offered full access to the dock while Buster watched, creating a great chance to learn about lake health. The biologists explained how healthy shoreline vegetation protected fish habitats and improved overall water quality. We walked along the edge discussing conservation practices that kept it thriving well. Their final report showed the lake was in excellent condition. Results confirmed that regular maintenance and responsible land stewardship preserved a healthy environment for both wildlife and recreation. News of the successful conservation project spread quickly. Several local landowners visited our ranch to exchange ideas about maintaining private lakes and protecting natural habitats for the future. As the sun dipped below the trees, I packed away my fishing gear and looked across the peaceful water. The entire experience reinforced my belief that clear records and mutual respect create better outcomes. The following month, the county invited property owners to a shoreline stewardship day. I demonstrated how dock inspections, shoreline cleanup, and responsible fishing kept the lake safe all year long.